What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Now, 2019 is literally just around the corner, and if you're thinking of starting either a new business next year or you're hoping to grow your current business that you just started, then definitely watch this video because today we're going to talk about the 4 New Year's resolutions that I really think that you need to consider if you want to accelerate your growth. Now, I'm gonna kick off this video with one of my favorite sayings, and that is every next level of your life will always demand a different version of you. Meaning that if you are a goal-getter and next year you either want to start a business or accelerate your current one, it'll be absolutely necessary that there is a facelift on not only your mindset, but also how you approach people and things. That's why in today's video, I'm gonna break down the 4 essential things that you should really consider as your New Year's resolution for next year if you want to accelerate the growth of your new business. Now, if you're interested in learning these 4 key New Year's resolutions, then keep on watching. Now, the first New Year's resolution that I have for you is to invest in yourself, specifically on mentorship and education. Now, I started my coaching business not too long ago, and already within this short amount of time, I've been able to land not only high-ticket clients, but also help my clients quit the 9-to-5 and make a living doing exactly what they love. Now, what exactly was my secret weapon on this early stage success? Well, the secret weapon is that I paid the price. Over the past several months, I've spent well over $5,000 on courses, mentorship, general education, events, not only to up-level my own skill set, but also to fast-track my success. Now, already, some of you might be thinking, what? You spent over $5,000 on all of that? That's insane. But if you really think about it on a day-to-day basis, many of us spend the same amount on clothing, on food, on travel, and at the end of the day, all of those day-to-day short-term expenses do add up to around the same amount. But if you really think about it, when you spend money on leveling up yourself through education, training, coaching, mentorship, or however you want to call it, that's technically not called an expense, but rather it's called an investment. Because as an investment, the knowledge that you receive from those books, from that event, from that mentor, that has the potential to actually pay you back. In other words, it's called a return on investment. Let me explain. Let's say you spend $2,000 on hiring a business coach to mentor you during the process of you launching your business. Yes, $2,000 seems like a lot. However, during the time that you're working with your business coach, you are learning the fast track route of the strategies, of the mistakes to avoid, of all of those things that can contribute back to your business. And because you have this newfound knowledge and training, you're able to multiply your earnings. So let's say in the beginning, you were only making $1,000 a month with your business. Because you've worked with that mentor who has literally given you a blueprint for success, you've been able to triple your profits and make $3,000. Now, that, my friend, is called a return on investment. The same concept applies to courses, books, events. If you want to grow your business next year a lot faster than the average, then my advice to you is definitely learn to invest in yourself, and rather than seeing everything as a scary expense, to start seeing it as an investment that will get you from point A to point B a lot faster. The second New Year's resolution idea that I have for you is to do a social media declutter. Now, you've probably heard the saying that you are the product or that you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Now, have you ever stopped to think about how that applies to social media? Think about it. If your social media feed, whether it is Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, if it's constantly flooded with cat videos, memes, celebrity drama, don't you think that that will indirectly affect your growth as a new entrepreneur? I honestly have a feeling that it will, especially if you engage with these accounts. That's actually signaling to the algorithms of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whichever social media platform, that that is the type of content that you want to see. And because of that, those social media platforms are going to continuously push that type of content because you're literally telling them that those are your preferences. Something that has really helped me level up during my journey is to really start unsubscribing and stop engaging with the accounts that aren't really contributing to my growth. I also try to tell Instagram and YouTube why I don't want to see this content and why it's not relevant for me. That way, it's actually making room for the algorithms to push the content that I do want to see, which is more about self-help, entrepreneurship, and business tips. And because of this, since I'm always on social media anyways, I am surrounded by content that I'm learning from. And that has substantially helped me as a new entrepreneur get on top of my shit and also learn new things every day. So if you want to level up next year and naturally surround yourself with the mentors that you see on the internet, then definitely start doing a social media declutter so you can make room for that type of content so you can get closer to your goals. The third New Year's resolution idea that I have for you is to train your mind to see fear differently. Now, this is more of a mindset shift than anything, but it is so crucial if you want to accelerate your growth as a new entrepreneur or as an aspiring entrepreneur in 2019. Now, the reason why this is so important, especially if you're starting out, is because most likely you are by yourself. You don't have a team that's pushing you forward. And for many new business owners, what's preventing them from moving faster in their business is usually their inability to handle fear and discomfort. And that fear and discomfort can include many things. That could be being afraid of what your friends, family, and even strangers might think of you for pursuing your business idea. This could also include quitting your comfortable job in order to go all in on your vision and on your business. That's really scary as well. Another thing is being afraid of potentially wasting all of this time on something that might not even make you money. And while all those fears are completely valid and fears that a lot of new entrepreneurs have, I want to share with you something that Grant Cardone said. And what he says is that when you can handle fear, then you can handle success. And how you respond to this fear ultimately makes the biggest difference in your life. Because keep in mind that every single successful entrepreneur that you admire, or every single successful person in general that you admire, has had their fair share of fears too. But what's made them successful is their ability to break through them. That's why as you enter 2019 and you want to crush it with your new business, it is absolutely imperative that you change your mind and your perspective on how you deal with fear. Rather than seeing fear and running away from it, you need to be able to see fear and do it anyways. Now, the fourth and last New Year's resolution idea that I have for you is to be obsessed with execution. Now, how many of you have gone on coffee chats, taken multiple courses, gone to many events, and still don't do anything with the information? Or how many of you always take a mental note to do something later but don't actually do it? Trust me, I'm guilty too. When I was first starting out trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do in my business, I caught myself saying, oh no, I can't start until I have another course. Oh no, I can't start until I go to this event. Oh no, I can't start until I read this book. But what I realized is that I didn't need another certification. I didn't need to read anything more. I didn't need to learn anything more. What I did need to do was actually do it and take the action. Because at the end of the day, what I really had was analysis paralysis. It's really great to get yourself started and actually have that knowledge and acquire all the things that you might need to know in starting a business. However, what's going to really accelerate your growth is actually doing it, even if you feel like you aren't ready. Because at the end of the day, if you really want to be successful, you need to take all of the knowledge that's stuck inside of your head and actually bring it out in real life and apply it. So if you want 2019 to be the year that you quit your job or that you start your side hustle, then stop being that person that takes way too long figuring it out and actually being that person who is obsessed with execution. Because at the end of the day, knowledge is power, but it's useless if you don't take action on it. So guys, that is the end of the video. I really hope that you enjoyed the 4 New Year's resolution ideas that I had for you, which were: number 1, invest in yourself; number 2, do a social media declutter; number 3, see fear differently; and number 4, learn to be obsessed with execution. And if you are an absolute goal-getter and you want more tips, tricks, advice just like this, then definitely consider joining the Fearless Boss Network, my private Facebook group that has over 300 millennials inside, where we not only share resources, but also mastermind together. I also hop on once every week with either an exclusive interview or an exclusive training just for the members in the group. So if you are interested in joining, then definitely click the link in the description box or in the comment section below. Not only this, to start you off right for the new year, I'm gonna also include a free 8-page PDF of all the basic startup costs of starting an online business. I'm also gonna link that in the description and the comment section below. With that being said, thank you so much again for watching today's video. I hope you really enjoyed it and that you have a wonderful new year. Definitely consider choosing at least one of the New Year's resolution ideas that I gave you, and definitely let me know which one you end up of implementing. Now, I hope you guys have a great day, hope you guys have a great week, and hope you guys have a great life, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.